Maniacs.
Hey, Midsomer Maniacs.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to another spoiler-free mini episode for season 24, episode 2 of Midsomer Murders, Book of the Dead.
And we're not exhausted.
No!
You know, it's 2 weeks to Christmas.
Shut up. You know how many presents I have? 0.
We'll discuss presents later.
0, because having children in their 20s sucks.
Yes.
I don't want anything.
I don't want anything.
That's not fun. They're getting socks and underwear. Their paternal grandmother has decided she's buying them all toiletries.
Excellent. They need them all.
Deodorant, soap, toothpaste, shampoo.
After spending
all that
today
stuff
in their bathroom, they need them all.
Oh my gosh. We had a plumber out today. Thank you, plumbers.
Yes.
You are amazing.
A couple of things off the top. First of all, we asked you to submit cookie recipes.
Freaky cookies!
Freaky cookies. And you have responded in spades.
We got a couple, yeah.
We got to make some cookies.
Looking forward to it. And of course, when we make them, we'll post pictures and all that
and
good
thank
stuff.
you all for all the good vibes everybody sent us. We were
I felt really bad
yeah.
about that most recent Father Brown episode. I felt guilty, and everybody was just like, it's totally cool. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Everybody was super cool, and we really appreciate it.
But I have to tell you, one of the things that helped me get over it is this episode of Midsomer, because man alive, this season is firing on all cylinders. It is full on typical Midsomer quirky weirdness.
And bring in the guest stars.
Tons of guest stars. But this one, like opening credits, you're like, okay, pause it. I got to look at that. Pause it. Look at that.
There is so much to talk about in just these 2 episodes.
Yes.
I'm absolutely fantastic about that. One thing before we get into how to watch like a maniac is there's been some schedule weirdness. Now, I double checked this today. The Acorn Twitter feed said that the 3rd episode,
Season
24, Claws Out, would be released on the 12th. It has not been released.
Okay.
It's not on the TV app. It's not on the website.
Might that have been a mistake? Maybe it should be the 21st something?
It should be the 21st. It now says the 21st on
okay.
IMDb.
Okay.
And
so maybe they just inverted the numbers.
The little bug on the screen on Acorn TV says every Monday. So they just inverted the numbers.
Yeah, it was just a mistake. That's okay.
So
1 a week is better, I think, because if they were going to release 2 this week, we were going to be tempted to watch the second one too soon.
Second of all, just to remind you about the schedule, we're going to do one more Father Brown, which will be Face of Death, and that'll release on Monday the 18th. And then there are 2 more Midsomer minis, which will be the 21st and the 28th of December.
Mm-hmm. And then in January,
starting on the 8th, we'll do all the episodes again, full-sized episodes.
Full-size, spoilered episodes.
Where we will geek out about puzzles and the history of puzzle books and all sorts of things we're going to talk about.
Oh, we got major nerd facts to go for that one. In the meantime,
Before we begin,
yes.
I have to say, BUTTS.
The names in this one are priceless. Her name is literally Venitia BUTTS. And her son is a reverend. He's Father BUTTS.
He's Father BUTTS. Somebody on the Reddit was like, I laughed like a school kid that their name was BUTTS. And somebody else also brought up correctly that the subtitles said books.
Yeah.
But it's not books.
It's like they're censoring butts out of the subtitles.
It's BUTTS. Clearly on IMDb, BUTTS, BUTTS.
Yes.
This is the most we've said butts in a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we have for you 8 ways to watch this episode like a maniac. And I thought the 8 ways to watch an episode like a maniac were good on the last episode.
These are even better.
These are even better.
Mostly because they fit the episode so well to watch it this way, because it's an episode that's about puzzles.
Yes.
So, and looking at things very closely. So having 8 things to look for just kind of suits it perfectly.
Though I have to say, the first time I saw the final puzzle on screen, which is very early on, I was like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Was not a big puzzle for me.
No. Spoiler. Don't do that. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here are your 8 ways to watch like a maniac.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Yes.
Number 1, what's punky in the church? It's early on. What's
Immediately we stop the show.
We're like, oh, it's going to be like that, is it?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what's punky in the church.
Yep.
Number 2, what time does Barnaby eat breakfast?
Wow.
Mark went on about this a bit.
I got to tell you, we went on a bit of a rant.
You did. Not me. Who eats breakfast at that time? Okay, so what time does Barnaby eat breakfast?
Yes.
Number 3, why is Ludo's name important?
Yes.
What's important about Ludo's name?
I'm glad it's not Ludo Butts.
He's not Ludo Butts. Okay, number 4, who is Venetia's psychic?
Yes. I can't believe we know the name of the clairvoyant.
Yes, and they will too when they watch the episode.
And how we know.
Yes. All right, so that's number 4.
I'll give you a hint. When her clairvoyant is mentioned, it's not mentioned by name. We knew her name before that. Remember, the character says she even consulted a clairvoyant?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, we know.
Yeah. We found out her name before we knew who she was.
Yep.
Okay. Number 5, what wouldn't have fit in Bertram's backpack?
Oh, clearly not.
No. I've seen a full backpack, but there's something that wouldn't have fit in it.
No.
Number 6, when it's 5:30 at Kahn's Kollectibles, what does the clock point to?
It's...
Just leave it.
Yep.
That's the question.
That's the question.
When it's 5:30 at Kahn's Kollectibles, what does the clock point to?
It should be something that starts with a K, but...
Yeah, because they spell collectibles with a K.
Yes.
Number 7, what number bus does the green alien ride?
Ooh, we know exactly the number of the bus that the green alien rides.
That sounds like some kind of like a spy question.
It does.
And the response is like, the cockroach flies at dawn or something.
And I remember we were watching it and I went, green alien. Mm-hmm. And then I said, rides number.
Bus. All right. So what number bus does the green alien ride? And the last watch like a maniac question is, what's allowed in the pub? There are 2 things allowed in the pub.
There are 2 things allowed in the pub.
They're specifically named as being allowed.
Yes.
What are they?
This whole episode is kind of like this. Like there's all sorts of shots of puzzly book pages and things like that. Oh yeah, we took notes. Don't worry. We'll get there.
There was much pausing and getting up from the couch to get closer to the TV and look at it and wishing that we had stronger glasses.
Yes.
Or a better TV.
Yes. Selena Cadell is fantastic.
Yep. And she's not even in a dryer.
Sean Dooley is fantastic.
The whole episode's really, really good.
Yep.
So I hope that having this list of ways to watch like a maniac makes a great episode even more fun to watch. I cannot wait to talk these through in the full episode. It's going to be so fun. And it's been really fun to see you all in various places saying, oh my gosh, I can't find this, or I finally found that thing for the first episode. It's been really fun. And you've been so clever about not giving things away to each other. You're very guarded in your answers. And that's really fun to watch too.
So remember, Father Brown, season 1, episode 8, The Face of Death, will be on Monday, December the 18th, which is when the next Midsomer will drop too.
Yep.
And then the 21st, we will have our mini for Claws Out. And then the last episode drops on the 25th of December, a mere 2 weeks away. Christmas.
What did I say about talking about that?
And that episode is A Climate of Death.
Yes.
Which we will watch on Christmas Day.
Of course we will, because we're nerds.
And then have our mini out later that week.
Yeah. So have fun looking for all those ways. Mark will be sure to include them all in the show notes. So if you didn't write them down, you can still find them. If you have a freaky cookie recipe, send it along to the email. I'll be happy to try it. I'll be excited to try it.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
post pictures of it.
And again, thank you very much for your patience and understanding of us choosing not to do season 1, episode 7 of Father Brown.
It's water under the bridge now.
It was the right thing to do and a tasty way to do it.
And now we have awesome minis to go.
Yes.
All right. Until later. Bye, Maniacs.
Bye, Midsomer Maniacs.